What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Brian Mello with Marty's Buick GMC and Chevrolet, and in today's video I finally get a chance to show you all the brand new 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Ultimate. I've been waiting a long time to get my hands on one of these, so let's get into it. Alright, so today we're talking Denali Ultimate, and unlike the last video where I showed you all the Yukon Denali Ultimate, today we're talking Sierra, which is the truck that I've been waiting forever to get my hands on and show all of you. Now, if you're new here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around the exterior of the vehicle. I'm going to show you all the highlighted features there, and then once we're done, I'll jump inside and we'll go over the interior, of course, as well. But just to kick things off, here's a quick look at your key fob. You can see we've got our unlock, we've got our remote start, drop lower the tailgate, panic button, we've got the GMC logo on the back, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw that back in my pocket. Starting with the front, we've got the new Vader Chrome, pretty much like a black chrome grille. We've got the blacked out GMC logo. Can't miss the signature C-notched GMC LED headlights. We've got a chromed out section down low, which is a little weird. I'm surprised they didn't do the Vader Chrome down low. I think they probably should have. Let me know if you guys agree with me there. We've got our front parking sensors, the chrome tow recovery hooks, and our fog lights are down low in both corners. You may also notice, you might even be hearing it, right here, this little plug, that is for your engine block heater, because underneath the hood of this Ultimate is the 3-liter Duramax diesel engine. I'm a fan. I know some people like the 6.2 for the Ultimate, but I love the Duramax diesel engine. That 3-liter is just awesome. As we go around the side of the truck, we're going to get a better look, and I'm going to pull you up really quick just so you guys can see this headlight, because I love the headlight. We've got a blacked out housing, but we do have that chrome accent. You can see we've got GMC written in here, and then we've got Sierra written on the side. It just looks really, really good. My only complaint, and I know it's just legality, they can't do it, I would love for these amber corners to be gone. I would love for them to be blacked out, but you know, we're nitpicking there. The other thing I actually do want to point out real quick before I continue on, give you a close-up look at that Vader Chrome. Hopefully that diesel engine isn't overpowering the microphone, but we do have a camera underneath. That's part of the HD surround vision camera system, and you'll also notice we've got a little sprayer nozzle there to make sure that if some dirt and debris get on that, you can clean that off nice and easy. Now, this is in the new titanium rush metallic paint, so I'm going to back up just so you can kind of see that. I do apologize, she's a little bit dirty. Gonna go down to clean up. This is actually a sold unit. If you guys saw that video, we had 18 of these coming in because we're one of the few dealers that were not marking up over MSRP. So GM actually awarded us with some extra allocation of these, and I sold a bunch to some of you. So thanks and congratulations to those of you who managed to take advantage of that. I'm gonna dive up close. Here is a look at the 22-inch Denali Ultimate wheel, and that is wrapped, I believe, in a 275. Let me just confirm so I'm not giving you wrong information. Yes, that is a 275 50 Bridgestone tire. Really quiet ride. Obviously, you can see it's pretty much an all-season tire. You know, no aggressive tread on this thing. It is a Denali after all. I don't expect many people are going to be taking these things off-roading. If we look up high on the fender, you can see we've got our Ultimate badge with the Duramax logo underneath. And here's a look at your titanium metallic paint. The sun actually just went away, so that's kind of nice. Give you a better look at it. She is a beaut. I love this truck. Here are your side mirrors. You've got your marker indicators. You do have another camera underneath for that HD surround vision camera system. Power steps that you can see down low. And a lot of people forget, but I'm going to open up the power step, and I'm going to back up here. You do have a button on the back. If I give that a tap, if I need to get into the side of the bed, it's a much easier. So now you can just step right up. And when you're done, just give that a tap. She'll slide back, and then I'll go ahead and shut the door. And she will tuck up nice and close to the body. Absolutely beautiful truck. I am in love with this thing. Not so much in love with the $80,000 MSRP, but you know, everything seems to be getting more expensive, so kind of is what it is there. As we go around the back of the truck, not too much has changed from the previous generation. You can see we've got the dual exit exhaust. A lot of people call those the HDMI ports. It's kind of funny. I actually saw a truck with HDMI 1 and HDMI 2 stickers on his bumper. Pretty funny. You've got our blacked out GMC logo. We've got the Denali logo, Sierra in the bottom right-hand corner. Trailer tow packages, of course, all set up on this thing. You've got all your plugs. You've got your rear backup sensors, multi-pro tailgate. So I'll give that one tap. Down she goes. Once again, she hasn't been cleaned yet, so no judgments. It's a judgment-free zone. You've got plenty of tie-down hooks down here. This is the carbon fiber bed. It feels kind of funny. You've got a grab handle here. Easier to jump in and out of the bed of the truck if you got bad knees, you're a little older, or geez, if you're just like me and just have bad knees anyway. You do have the plug over here, get you out of the sun so you can see it. So in case you need to plug anything in, and you also have, I know the sun's kind of brutal here, you do have the LED bed lighting as well. Of course, power sliding rear window, another camera, because we can just never have too many cameras. I'm gonna throw this up, one hand, super light. The tailgate is insanely light. I'm just gonna back up just to give you guys another angle of this thing. I know these are pretty much impossible to find on the lot right now, so I definitely wanted to take the opportunity to show it all to you. Now, I always like to show the window sticker before we get into the back of the truck, so I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna put it on the screen in 3, 2, 1. There's your window sticker. We are shooting this in 4K, so if you wanna take a screenshot of it, you wanna pause the video, whatever you wanna do right now, go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna take it off the screen in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's check out the interior. All right, so just like the Yukon Denali Ultimate, we have that Alpine Umber interior. I'm a huge fan. It's something I wasn't sure I was going to like, but now that I've seen it, I like it. It's definitely something that I could live with. Normally, brown interior is kind of a no-go for me, but we've got this beautiful cross-stitching. You can see we've got the topographical map. We've got the white piping with white stitching on the side, just a much more luxury feel, you know, what you'd expect out of an $80,000 pickup. The back of both seats, you can see this little pull tab here. If I yank on that, you've got a little 10-quart storage compartment, and that's on the back of both seats. You've also got, let me just get rid of this. Helps if I hit the right buckle. Of course, you got the drop down, doubles as an armrest. You do have heated seats back here. You've also got your vents, and then you've got a USB-C and your standard USB port as well. Pockets on the back of both seats. More topographical map in the leather. Once again, we're just adding that little bit of extra design, a little bit more attention to detail with the Ultimate. Definitely things that I appreciate. I'm always a big fan, if you've been following the channel, those little details are something that I'm just a big fan of. I'm gonna back up so you can take a look at the door. Something I like to point out are the beautiful stainless steel or aluminum, I think they're aluminum, sorry, you guys can yell at me in the comments, aluminum speaker grills. You'll also notice we have one up here that's actually a tweeter. It's got that nice premium Bose audio system. We've got some real open pore wood grain trim here, more of that Alpine Umber interior, and this cross stitching. Once again, I just like to point out the attention to detail, that little extra that gives it that luxury feel. And I know it might be tough to see, but the brown leather has, it's like black marbled into it, so it's not just brown. I don't know how good it's coming through on the video, but it's definitely something that you want to see in person, in my opinion, before you go ahead and take that swing, especially if you've been like a black interior guy forever, much like I am. It's always been black interior for me, but this is definitely something that I can live with. But let's hop up front now, because I'm sure that's what most of you want to see. All right, so first thing I'd like to point out are just the driver's seat. Once again, we've got this beautiful Alpine Umber interior. We've got that topographical map. We've got the Ultimate badging here, and it's actually got the Denali longitude and latitude right here. Let me know in the comments below if you guys know what Denali actually means, why the brand even uses Denali as a nameplate, and what this longitude and latitude actually goes to. Let me know. Be interested to see how many of you actually know that. Once again, we've got that white piping. We've got the cross stitching on the seat, white stitching on the sides, perforated leather down low. Much more comfortable seat for those of you who've hated the GM seats in the past. You'll be much happier sitting in one of these. I'm going to show you the door really quickly. You're going to get, once again, a better look at that speaker grill that I am a huge fan of. Just looks a lot nicer. We've got more of that topographical map, the white piping, this premium cross stitching. We've also got another Ultimate badge with the Denali longitude and latitude right here on the side. Just great looking truck. Let's hop on inside. All right, now fair warning, I like to tell everyone before I go in the interior, I am going to go through this relatively quickly. I don't think anyone wants to sit here for a full 20-minute video. However, at the end, if there's something that I missed, a feature that I grazed over, please do not hesitate to leave a comment below. Ask me any questions that you want, and I'll be happy to address those. So let's go ahead and start out on the left. You can see we've got our power windows, we've got our power mirror controls, we've got our memory seat buttons, our power locks. Over here on the dash, we've got our mode selector, our four-wheel drive controls, we've got our electronic e-brake, we've got our headlight controls, our gauge cluster brightness, little spotlight over the back of the bed. These are our mirror lights, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure those are the mirror lights, the external mirror lights on the front of the mirror. Up top, we've got the controls for our 15-inch multicolor heads-up display. That's right, I said 15-inch. It is huge. I'm gonna crank up the brightness and try and make it so you guys can see it. You can actually see it there. The video does absolutely no justice for the size of this display. And if you're seeing it flickering, it's not. It's just the way that the camera picks it up. So, you know, before you guys get all excited about it's flickering or it's broken, because I know you guys love that stuff, it's not. It's just the way the camera picks it up. But it is a beautiful, beautiful display. If you like heads-up displays, you're gonna love this. Definitely something that when you test drive one of these, if you can manage to find one, try it out, see what you like it, see if you don't like it. My only complaint with heads-up displays is they're a little distracting for me at night, so I usually just turn the brightness really low or just go all the way down until it's off at night, but that's just me. On the steering wheel, we've got our forward collision alert, we've got our heated steering wheel, we've got our cruise control. On the right side, we've got our hands-free voice dialing. This little guy right here will navigate through all the different settings for our digital information center. This is customizable. I actually did a video on how to customize this yourself, but I'll show you really quickly what I mean. If I go all the way over here, once again, just using these controls, you can see if I go to design layout, left side, right side, maybe I just want time and temp here. Now I can do that, and now that's what I'm gonna be looking at instead of that truck image. This is actually my preferred layout, but you know, you guys can customize it to however you like. You can use your navigation through here, of course, your phone, your audio system and everything, and all your information pages. Most people, this is pretty much what you're looking at. And then this little white square that you're seeing up there in the corner, that would be the speed limit. And it will say, you know, if you're on the highway at 65 miles an hour, it would show 65 right there in that little square. You've got like a textured, I'm not really sure what to call this, but you got some type of a texture here on the steering wheel. Looks nice. I like that, just the different materials. You can tell in the Ultimate they've used a lot of materials. I mean, right here we've got like the black leather on the dash, and we've got some aluminum, we've got the white piping, white stitching, and we've got more of that different texture. It's almost like a brushed aluminum or brushed metal. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think that is. And then we've got piano black and more aluminum, just multiple textures, multiple materials, high quality stuff that just looks and feels amazing. We've got paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel, your volume controls on the back of the steering wheel. And then as we go over here to the right, you can see we've got our big 13.4-inch full color HD touch display. It's actually tilted towards the driver. After all, it should be, you know, the driver's the focus point here. Might be a little hard to tell in the video, but it is tilted slightly towards the driver. AM, FM, XM, satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You've got the Google Assistant built in now, the Play Store. This thing is stuffed. Before I forget, because I actually forgot in the Yukon Denali Ultimate, this little button right here is an important one. As I change the settings, you're gonna see that brings up all the massage options that I have in my Denali Ultimate. And let me tell you, I would be lying if I said I haven't been caught sitting out here just enjoying a nice little massage on my lunch break. It does a great job. There are a ton of different options, a ton of different settings, whether you want the upper shoulder massage, whether you want to increase or decrease your lumbar, whatever it is, it's got it all. Make sure that you go through all the different settings and you really give this thing a shot, because you'll trust me, you'll be happy that you got this truck, and that if you're on a long drive going for a while, you'll be able to quickly and easily jump in and give yourself a massage. Actually, it's doing the roll right now. It's kind of nice. Definitely what you're going to want to do is play around with this. I'm going to go ahead and open maps, and let me just review privacy. Let me just activate all this stuff so you guys can see, because I love the split. There we go. I love the split display. I think it's a really, really nice feature. Just waiting for it to load up. That's what happens when we're in demo mode. I might actually have to, let's throw in food really quickly. Boom. Let's do Zestos. Cool. There we go. So now you can see with the split display, I can have, you know, my audio controls on one side of the screen, and then I can keep my navigation open on the other side. So just a cool feature. I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff, multitasking, making my life a little bit easier so I'm not navigating back and forth between different screens. You do have your trailer system in here. You can actually, the system will actually remember multiple trailers. So if you're someone that does a lot of towing, that may be something that's beneficial for you. It also gives you like a checklist of things to check on, make sure you're not running away without everything hooked up. Make sure the Google Assistant, much better, in my opinion, than the previous voice recognition systems. Some people said it doesn't work for them. In my experience, it's worked out pretty well. If you're someone that's used it, I would love to hear your feedback down below. But so far for me, it's worked out quite well. HD surround vision camera system. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this thing into reverse. You'll see our cameras pop up. We've got a overhead 3D view here, and then we're looking at the back here. Wherever the yellow dot is where you're looking. So if you see I change it around, now we're at the back, the front. Wherever I tap, that's where it's going to go. And then we've got our curb hunter cameras. I love to call them the curb hunter cameras. If you're going to drive this thing around the city, you're going to be tucking it up close to a curb. Make sure you use these so you don't curb your beautiful 22-inch Denali Ultimate wheels. We've got the trailer hitch camera. You've also got, if I go over here, I can look in the bed. So if you've thrown your kids in the back to go for a hell ride, you can do that and keep an eye on them as well. Definitely something you want to go through, figure out which views you like the most. For me, I usually prefer the overhead 360, and then I keep the, I go, and then I keep these lines so that when I'm backing in, it goes wherever the direction is that I'm turning. All right, and go back home. I am very happy that GM left a physical home button, not just a button on the touchscreen. I am a fan of leaving some physical buttons still. We've got that piano black surround. We've got aluminum, the black leather. Everything looks really, really nice. If the sun wasn't beaming through the side, you'd get to see that a little bit more, so I do apologize for that. As we go down low, you can see we've got our ventilated seats. We've got our heated seats. We've got all of our climate controls, our digital climate controls here. We've got our start and stop button. We've got our lane departure warning, parking sensors on or off, auto start and stop on or off, drop the tailgate, hazards, traction control, hill descent control. And if we press and hold this button, it will lower all the windows all the way around. So one button to do that. We can see our digital shifter or electronic shifter, whichever you prefer to call it. I know some people hate it, some people love it. I don't really find it to be that big of a deal. I don't really care either way, as long as I can put my truck in park and drive. That's pretty easy. Don't really know what the big deal is there. Throw it back into park. We got our trailer brake controller, much better placement here in my opinion as opposed to up on the dash. Not sure if you'll be able to see it, but we do have a USB-C and a USB port here, and then right here is your wireless charging dock. So if you have a phone with a conductive back, you can just set your phone there and it will charge wirelessly for you. Big center console, topographical map. Got a little storage organizer here, another USB-C, a USB port, and a power outlet. So if you need places to throw some junk, there is no shortage of that. That is for sure. Here's just a look at your door on the passenger side. You've got your glove box up top. You've got your glove box down low. You've also got the suede headliner. You've got your moonroof. You've got your programmable garage door openers, your controls for your moonroof, as well as your power sliding rear window. You've got your LED interior lighting, your OnStar buttons, and then your mirror, which is what we are used to seeing. Now we have this, where it is a full HD screen. You can adjust the brightness, the zoom level, where it's tilted. Me personally, I like it right about here, and then I like it all the way cranked up and then zoomed all the way out. Just gives you the best field of view. And that, my good friends, is the pretty quick rundown. I know I'm probably getting to 15-minute mark, maybe now, of the 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Ultimate. As I said, I know I went through this thing kind of quickly, so once again, if you have questions, concerns, I will do my best to answer all of you. I know I get a ton of comments, so I will try to make sure I don't miss anybody. As always, I would like to thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my friends over at gmpartsdepartment.com for all your GM OEM parts needs. If you are looking for a truck, you're tired of all the markups, the mess, the hassle, be sure to check out martysbuickgmc.com or martyschevrolet.com. We have never marked up any of our vehicles ever over MSRP. We will never mark our vehicles up over MSRP because we want you to keep coming back to us. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the very next video. Take care and have a great weekend.